I noticed 2 mistakes in the documents from the other day, but I've already corrected them and sent them up.
Huh? There were mistakes? I'm sorry. Just now, I received a report from my senior. I'm Haruhiko Yakumo. I'm a 26-year-old salesman working in the sales department of an IT company that runs a part-time job recruitment website.
Don't worry about it. If you're handling a lot of projects, anyone could make mistakes.
Huh. My senior's really kind. This is Mizuho Uchiura, a 3-year senior in the same department. She always helps me out, and everyone relies on her. She has a somewhat noble atmosphere and is a Madonna-like figure in the company. She's usually alone, which has led to rumors that she's from a rich family. Mizo-senpai is amazing. She's capable at work, good at following up, kind, and on top of that, she's beautiful. This is Tsuyoshi Ushirodate. He's a colleague from the sales department who constantly brags that his father is an executive at a major trading company. It's true. What kind of man do you think would be a match for Mizo-senpai? Of course it would be someone like me. After all, my father is an executive at a major trading company, and I'm one of the top salespeople in the company. Although, you're not a candidate, since I'm going after her first. Don't get in my way. One day, after finishing overtime, I stopped by a diner I had been curious about. It has a shabby appearance, like a place you would find in the countryside, but it's a specialty shop for local dishes. I really like places like this. When I entered, I was surprised to see someone I knew. Uchiura-senpai?
Yakumo-kun.
It was a surprise. Mizo-senpai was sitting at the counter of the restaurant. Good evening.
It's a coincidence. This place is pretty far from work. If you want, you can sit next to me.
Then I'll take you up on that. It seems Mizo-senpai is a regular at this place, coming once a week. She really loves the rustic atmosphere. I don't know what to say, but this is surprising.
Everyone says that. But what's wrong with liking places like this?
No, I think it's really lovely. It's like a hidden charm.
Really? Thank you. Do you like places like this too, Yakumo-kun?
Yes, my hobby is traveling, and I go to rural places with no tourist spots by myself. I've been curious about this place for a while.
Really? Oh, I also love the countryside. I've always been misunderstood. Like I don't like things like that. I love stylish places and shops, but I also love the countryside and old shops. Actually, I'm more at home in the countryside and in old wooden buildings.
Oh, I see. You don't know about a person until you talk to them, do you? After that, Mizo-senpai seemed to be slightly drunk, and her talk about loving the countryside never stopped. We got really excited talking about our favorite travel destinations, the best local dishes, and places we would like to visit someday.
You should come to my hometown sometime. It's a really rural place, but the air is so fresh and people are warm and welcoming.
I'm really glad I chose this place today. Of course, I was happy to have made a friend who loves the countryside, but I was also glad to learn the surprising side of Mizo-senpai.
Yakumo-kun, your appointment's in the afternoon, right? Can we go for lunch after this?
Got it! Since meeting at the diner, my relationship with Mizo-senpai clearly grew closer. Before long, she started calling me Yakumo-kun. And when we were both at the company, we would occasionally have lunch together. Of course, at the same diner. Since it was a place far from the company, I had never run into anyone from work there before. Recently, I thought they were getting along well, so I followed after them, but why him? Just as I sat down, Tsuyoshi Ushirodate appeared. Unfortunately, he hadn't been out on a sales call either, and had apparently followed me here. And he even invited Mizo-senpai to this shabby place. Mizo-senpai, I'm sorry about my colleague here. Let's go to a more stylish place. Actually, there's a hidden cafe near the office. Tsuyoshi was babbling, but before he could continue, a voice interrupted him clearly, though not loudly.
No thanks. What's your problem? It seems like you've been following us. And not only that, but you're insulting this place.
No, it's a misunderstanding. I just thought I would teach this colleague of mine that this isn't the place to take Miso-senpai.
Then that's none of your business. I really like this place. Is that all? Then can you leave, please?
Ugh. Having been told this, Tsuyoshi had no choice but to leave the diner. But I warned you not to make a move on her. Of course, his anger wasn't going to subside. As soon as I went to the office and headed to the restroom, he came charging at me. I didn't make a move. It's your behavior that was unreasonable in the first place. Shut up! If she hates me now, it's your fault. Don't shift the blame. It's your own doing. He wouldn't listen, and because of him, I barely had any time for a break. I headed towards my afternoon appointment. Afterward, every time I saw Tsuyoshi, he started throwing sarcastic comments at me. On top of that, I started hearing rumors about me.
Recently, there have been a lot of rumors about Yakumo-san. He loves shabby, dirty shops. And they say he doesn't even have the spirit of chivalry. This rumor is kind of malicious. I wonder what's up with this.
The source is probably Tsuyoshi. But fortunately, it was just rumors about me being rumored. You're free now, right? Just perfect. Go take care of my appointment. Since we are salespeople, we're often out on the field, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But one day, when I came back from an appointment, Tsuyoshi finally took it a step further. Apparently, he added an appointment during his morning telemarketing session. Since he had other appointments, he had requested me to fill in for him. This place? It's far, but I managed to book it, so what can you do? We work at the company's headquarters, and there are a few other branches. Each branch has its own sales territory, and this was on the border between two branches, so it was quite far. I didn't expect him to take this one. Technically, it's within our range. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, it's my fault for being too talented. Well, I've got a big case nearby, so I'm counting on you for this one. I see. So this is a subtle form of harassment with a small case that probably won't bring much profit from a distant area. He probably planned to assign it to me from the start by booking the appointment today. Otherwise, there would have been no one else available to go. And so, I ended up going on a business trip to a rather remote area I would never visit for tourism. Whoa, it's colder than I imagined. The area is completely covered in snow. The sea waves, mixed with drifting ice, are rough. I wonder what the temperature is. Maybe below 0.
Thanks for coming. Feel free to warm up by the stove.
Thank you. Apparently, the local government, agriculture cooperative, fisheries cooperative, and local businesses are working together on a large-scale project to recruit long-term part-time workers during university students' long spring break to experience rural life and work.
Even if we put out the recruitment ads, do you think we'll get any applicants?
Well, with this cold, it might be tough. But either way, I think we need to recruit online to target the right demographic. The shortage of labor in rural industries due to depopulation and aging, as well as the succession issue, is a pressing problem. The goal is to attract more people by offering long-term part-time work in the countryside, even if just one person becomes interested. That's what many people say, right? But it's only effective in more urban areas.
Yeah, even though the internet has a big impact, there's still a difference between rural areas and cities, isn't there?
And so, the casual conversation began. I believe the secret to successful sales is how well you can hold a casual conversation. For me, 90% of it is just chatting. The goal is to gain the other person's trust by making them think, this person seems reliable. Of course, depending on the person, there are times when I need to explain things in a more logical way. Flexibility is key when adapting to different people. But this time was a bit special. The person in charge warmed up to me early on.
Well, I'm telling you because it's you. But there's an unsettling rumor going around.
At a moment when we were getting comfortable, the person in charge suddenly vented. Apparently, there's a trading company that's had a long-term exclusive contract with the village's fisheries cooperative, and they're suspected of corruption.
The local government stepped in to stop them from underpricing, but the fishermen's lives still haven't improved. There are limits to what the government can do, so the locals are trying to unite to find the problems on their own.
And so, I successfully gained their trust and finished my first visit. Hey, welcome back. How'd my appointment go? When I showed up at the office the next morning, Tsuyoshi greeted me with his usual grin. I ignored him and sat down at my desk. It went really well. I think we can probably visit again next time. Oh, that's great. Glad to hear my appointment wasn't wasted. Thanks to you, I was able to close a big deal yesterday. I'm so happy. If I close a deal, Tsuyoshi gets the points for the appointment. He's obviously thrilled about getting points from my success.
Good morning, Haruhiko. I heard about yesterday's deal.
As we were talking, Mizo-senpai came in. When I greeted her, Tsuyoshi, with a bright expression, barged into the conversation. Good morning, Mizo-senpai. You have to hear this. I closed a big deal yesterday.
Good morning. I see. Congrats.
Tsuyoshi kept going, even though he should have stopped there. This is just who he is. Compared to that, Haruhiko had to stay overnight for an appointment in a remote area. Yeah, and to a backwater village. A place like that doesn't have the money to spend on a website, right? You shouldn't say it like that. Sure, it was a rural place, but the air was fresh, and the people were warm. It was a good village. Yeah, you're really desperate, huh? Well, for you, if you can't close a deal, it's just a waste of time, huh? But really, it was a desolate village. Wanna see the official website? It looks like one of the most remote places ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right. Look, here it is. Even in the photos, it looks so run down, right? Going there for someone else's appointment? Haruhiko lacks the guts of a salesman. I'm sure I'm a much more promising guy for the future. My father is an executive at a major company, so I'm a good catch, right? Right? How about it? How about we grab lunch together today? I really want to get to know you better, Mizo-senpai. Tsuyoshi babbles on, and when I look at Mizo-senpai, I feel like I've seen this scene before.
That's my hometown.
Huh? When Mizo-senpai spoke those words, Tsuyoshi's words, which I had tried to warn him about, suddenly stopped. Wait, don't joke! You're from the city, right? An elegant lady from the city!
I'm not joking. My hometown has no tourism or industries, and it's ridiculously cold in winter. That's where I'm from. I never said I'm from the city, nor did I ever claim to be.
The office is almost full now, and most employees are present. Her words sent shockwaves throughout the office.
You know, I'm often misunderstood. People think I'm from the city or that I'm some rich girl. It's nice that they think that, but it's not true at all. I actually come from a fishing family in a rural village. So I go to bars, and that diner you mocked is one of my regular spots. Sure, maybe some women see you as a good catch because of your future potential and rich family. But no matter how promising you are, I don't want to be around someone who looks down on others. So, first, could you apologize to Haruhiko-kun? I've been uncomfortable with you for a while now.
Mizo glares at Tsuyoshi, and he slowly lowers his head, apologizing. I'm sorry for looking down on you and harassing you. You should have something to say to Mizo-senpai too. I'm sorry.
All right, then don't ever do that again. Don't worry, I'll treat you just like before at work, but unfortunately, even if you apologize, you're not my type. So don't bother me anymore.
Ugh. That was the moment Tsuyoshi's heartbreak began, and so the drama before work ended. Senpai, do you have time tonight? After that commotion, Miso-senpai was accepted by everyone at the office, and her popularity only grew. While I secretly felt a bit jealous, we steadily grew closer. At the same time, we secured a deal for the project we had been working on. Things were going smoothly, but meanwhile, something big was happening in Miso-senpai's hometown. Wait, fraud?
Yes, I think it's going to be in the news soon.
It turns out the shady rumors I heard when I was on my visit were true. The trading company with an exclusive contract with the fisheries cooperative had been misusing its priority position and was found to have been involved in bribery. I'm surprised you found out. It must have been difficult.
The locals came together to protect the fishermen, and it seems like this was the result of their efforts. It seems it was happening on a nationwide scale. It's a huge scandal, and the mastermind behind it was...
Huh? What's going on? The next morning, Tsuyoshi Ushirodate was shouting at the TV.
It has been revealed that fraudulent transactions were taking place in fisheries and agricultural cooperatives nationwide. The mastermind behind this is Narane Ushirodate, a 56-year-old executive at the company owning the name corporation.
And it turned out that the mastermind behind the bribe scheme was his father. Yes, the source of the dark rumors was his father.
Hey, did you see the news this morning? Yeah, I saw it. That trading company, it's run by Tsuyoshi's dad, right? So that means the arrested executive is Ushirodate's.
Tsuyoshi Ushirodate, who constantly boasted about his father being an executive at a major trading company, suddenly became the center of attention when it was revealed that the arrested man was his father. No, it must be some kind of mistake. Yeah, that's it. It has to be a mistake. Tsuyoshi shouted in denial, but no one was listening. Afterward, Tsuyoshi refused to come to work, unable to cope with the shock of being rejected by Miso-senpai and his father's arrest. He went completely silent and was eventually dismissed for misconduct. Why did this happen? I'm not guilty! I'm not guilty! No one knew where Tsuyoshi ended up or what happened to him afterward. Meanwhile, Miso-senpai and I had happily started dating. On this day off, we were visiting her hometown together.
Oh, Mom! Welcome home, Mizuho. And thank you for always taking care of Haruhiko.
There she was, the woman Mizuho referred to as her mother, someone I was already familiar with. Yes, she was actually Miso-senpai's mother. I had already been told by Mizuho that her family came from a rural area. And I knew from the moment Tsuyoshi mentioned it that it was her hometown. That's why when I brought up Miso-senpai during my first business visit, I was able to gain her trust unusually quickly. By the way, Miso already knew about the fraudulent transaction, which hadn't been reported yet, because her mother had told her.
I never expected my daughter to be dating you, Yakumo-san. If she's your girlfriend, I shouldn't call you Yakumo-san, should I? I should call you Haruhiko. Mom, stop it. This is so embarrassing.
Mizuho is a lot more playful when it's private. Later, we visited Mizuho's home and met her father. He was a fisherman, a quiet man with a wonderful smile. Connections between people are strange things. It's as if some invisible force is at work, tying people together with a mysterious thread. I promise to make your daughter happy. Please allow me to date her with marriage in mind.
Huh? Huh? Oh my.
Good connections bring happiness, while bad ones bring misery, or so it seems. As a simple person, I may never fully understand this, but I believe it's something worth believing in. In today's world, where human connections are thinning, I want to cherish the bonds I have. and I hope that our lives will be filled with happiness. Congratulations, Kojiro! It's amazing that you passed that tough school! I'm Eijiro Maizuru, a second-year high school student. I lost my father at an early age and live with my mother and younger brother. We're not wealthy, but we're a happy family. Thanks, big brother. I could do my best because you're always cheering for me. I congratulated my younger brother, Kojiro, who is 2 years younger, and he smiled happily. Then I'll treat my cute little brother to a celebration. I just got my part-time pay, so let's go all out. No, it's fine. You should use it for yourself. No, I want to do something for you. You're my cute little brother after all. I see. Thanks. The brother who unlocked his academic potential is my greatest pride. Then, time passed, and my brother successfully entered high school. Shortly after, I was approached by my mother for consultation. Huh? He wants to be a lawyer? Kojiro?
Yes, that's right. He says he wants to take the bar exam after graduating from high school.
No, I think it would be better to study something more specialized in college.
Right. I'll make sure to explain it properly. Ichiro will also go to college next year, so I'll need to work even harder.
About that, I'm going to work after high school. I don't have a specific goal for the future, and I think I'll just be wasting money if I went to college. But Kojiro is different. He has a big dream, and I want him to achieve it. That's why I want Kojiro to go to college.
Ichiro, is it really okay? Won't you regret it?
I won't regret it. Honestly, if I can help Kojiro's dream come true, I'll be proud as his older brother. Though I didn't say it, I knew it would be tough for us to get by on just my mother's income. So, I figured it would be better for me to work and cover our living expenses.
I see. Thank you, Ichiro.
So I decided to pursue a career and started working as a full-time employee at a local company. However, a year later, an unexpected event happened. My mother, who had been healthy, suddenly became ill, and it became difficult for her to continue working. With the current income, things are tough. Kojiro wants to go to a local national university, but there are still a lot of expenses involved. I was desperate and looked at high-income job pages on job sites, but most of them were in the sex industry. Looking for cabaret club manager candidate, with a monthly salary nearly 3 times what I currently earn. After much deliberation, I decided to step into the world of the sex industry. My mother was worried, but I convinced her that I had confidence in my physical strength. I kept it a secret from Kojiro, not wanting to worry him about his upcoming university entrance exams. I told my mother that I was transferring to a distant location for work, and I moved out of the house and entered the store's dormitory. Welcome! Do you have a reservation? I was aware that I had entered a different world, but I worked hard to make it work.
Hey, new guy. You're doing well. If you run into any trouble, feel free to ask me anytime.
She's Ari Takurami, the #1 cabaret girl at the store, and she's kind to me, a new employee.
You're saving up money for your dreams, right? That's wonderful. I'm rooting for you.
Yes, I'll do my best. Technically, it's for my brother's dream. I had told some people, including the owner and Ari, that I started working here because I needed money. After completing the 3-month training period, I received the salary promised by the job site, and my monthly remittances to my mother increased significantly, which relieved my daily stress. Later, my brother passed the entrance exam for the law department at a local national university. I was able to cover all the expenses for the exam fees and entrance fees. 4 years later, I continued to work at the cabaret. My mother's illness wasn't improving, and I wanted to continue the high-paying job to support my brother's education. Kojiro seems busy with his studies, but I wonder if he's not overdoing it. When I went to visit my mother a little while ago, I couldn't meet Kojiro, and I began to worry more.
Maizuru, I have a favor to ask.
After work one day, Adi stopped me.
I left my pouch at the shop. Could you go get it for me? You're holding the shop's key, right?
Sure, you've helped me a lot, so I'll get it right away. My heart races as Adi smiles and thanks me. But the next day, an incident occurred. What the heck is this? The cash in the envelope has been replaced with pieces of paper. The money for today's salary distribution. The owner says that all the cash in the safe has been replaced with paper. After yesterday's shift, the envelope definitely had money in it. I put it in the safe and came in earlier than anyone else today. So, whoever stole it must have snuck in after I left, in the middle of the night. Maizuru, do you know anyone? A bad feeling rushes over me. The only person besides the owner who has the shop key is me. And I came here last night to pick up Adi's lost item. I did enter the store last night at Adi's request, but I don't have the key to the safe, so there's no way I could have stolen it. I desperately argue with the owner, but...
I did ask Maizuru to go get my pouch. But it was only because he said he had something to do at the shop. I just asked him as a favor.
What? I never said that. What? Are you saying Adi's lying? Adi, who is kind to everyone, is trusted by the owner, and the owner begins to doubt me more. I checked the security cameras in the elevator and hallway, but you were the only one going in and out last night. You may have secretly made a copy of the safe's key.
Maizuru, you needed money for your dreams, right? I thought so.
No, that's not true. It wasn't me. Adi's lying. I'm sure of it. But the owner didn't listen and called the police. I was taken in for questioning. I wonder what's going to happen from here. In the end, I was released by the police due to insufficient evidence, but I may still be called in for questioning in the future. Thinking of the tiniest possibility, I emailed my mother about the situation before voluntarily accompanying the police. I was effectively fired from my job. In the world of the sex industry, there are still stores that don't have proper employment contracts or work regulations. Our store was one of them. As I walked with various worries on my mind, Big brother! It was Kojiro, my younger brother, who called out to me and ran over. I was surprised to see him there. I heard from Mom. She said you were in a tough situation. I see. So that's why you came to check on me. Sorry for worrying you. I'm okay though. You're not okay. How long are you planning to carry everything on your own just because you're my older brother? I'm not a kid anymore. I want you to rely on me a little. Kojiro, you've really grown up and became an adult since I last saw you. I understand. I'll tell you everything that happened. We moved to a family restaurant, and I told Kojiro everything that had happened. I believe in your innocence. Thanks, Kojiro. But I was worried because things were going well financially, so I thought you were doing a dangerous job, but I never expected you to be involved in a sex industry. I guess that's the case. I was an idiot. If only I had at least made sure to sign a proper contract. I need to find a new job where I can earn about the same salary as now. Oh, don't worry about that. Once I graduate from college, I'll become a judicial trainee, so I'll be getting a stipend. I've already been accepted at a law office, and once my training is done, I'll work there. Wait, you passed without going to grad school? Impressive! I was able to pass because I studied specialized things in college. If I had been a high school graduate, I might not have passed so quickly. Kojiro studied for the preliminary exams and bar exams while attending university, and was apparently also moving forward with job hunting. That must have been busy. This is all because you worked so hard for me, big brother. You knew about it? Yeah, that day, I overheard you and Mom talking. I knew you would prioritize me no matter what I said, so I didn't try to oppose it. Kojiro. Hey, big brother, how about I ask the director of the law office to hire you too? I'll talk to them. Huh? No, that's not right. It's okay. I was really in demand and busy, so I'm sure they'll listen to me. I've always wanted to repay you, big brother. Isn't this the time? Let me do something a little unreasonable for once. Kojiro. Also, I'm not the only one who's grateful to you, big brother. Mom has finally recovered, and it's been decided that she'll return to work. Mom and I can handle taking care of you from now on. So, please come back home. Thank you, Kojiro. So I decided to quit working at the cabaret and go back home.
I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you, Eiichiro.
Mom, I'll make sure to repay you, so please rest well now. Then, Kojiro introduced me to his job at Lovekoi Law Office. I consulted with them about how to handle the incident at the cabaret, and as a result, I didn't get arrested. Furthermore, when I asked the director for advice, it turned out that a staff member had just retired.
Although I heard you're on a medical leave, I couldn't just leave someone with your experience in such a situation.
No, I've been looking for work as well, and I would really like to accept this offer. Thanks to Kojiro, I really ended up finding a job. Meanwhile, Ari Takurami, having retired from the sex industry, had started a cosmetics company called Ikasama Cosmetics.
The successful launch of the company is thanks to Katsuki and the others. Thank you.
No, your natural talent is also a huge factor. You really know how to get money from a rich old man.
I get men to do exactly what I want with just a little sweet talk. Life is easy for me.
Ari, who is dating Katsugi, smiles wickedly. Time passed, and I became 27 years old. I still work as a clerk at Lovekoi Law Office. A few months after I started working, Kojiro began working as well, and his work was incredible. Please sort these documents for this case and prepare them to be submitted to the court.
Got it.
And one person who diligently follows him is Karin Yosano. She's Kojiro's paralegal. A paralegal is a specialist who assists lawyers with their work in a law office. By the way, I also want to become a paralegal someday to support Kojiro, so I'm studying law every day.
You're amazing, Maizuru-san, both in your studies and work.
No, I'm just desperately trying not to be a hindrance to my talented younger brother. I still feel like I haven't been able to help him as much as you, Yosano-san, but I'm working on it.
I'm sure Maizuru-sensei will appreciate that feeling. Also, Maizuru-sensei always brags about you. There aren't many families where people care about each other this much, are there? So I'm not only envious, but also happy that I can work with such a wonderful older brother of him like you.
Huh? What do you mean? Just as I was about to ask what she meant, Yosano-san, we were just having a little chat. Oh, were you in the middle of a romantic meeting?
No, we were just talking for a bit.
I see. I thought Yosano-san wouldn't mind if you were dating my brother. What are you talking about? And I missed a chance to ask my question.
By the way, if we're talking about the thing, shouldn't we tell Maizuru-san soon?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. What's the thing? The content shared by my brother and Yosano left me stunned, as if I had been struck by lightning. A few weeks later, I, Yosano-san, and Kojiro arrived at a year-end party venue. Whoa, this place is amazing!
I'm starting to feel like I don't belong here.
Well, it's a year-end party for emerging entrepreneurs, so it has to be this glamorous, right? Looking at it again, the name is packed with things to tease.
Oh, Maizuru-kun, it's been a while.
Ari-san. As I was talking, I was called over by Ari Takurami. It seems she too was invited to the new and promising entrepreneurs-only year-end party.
So, are you also a business owner since you're here?
No, I'm here with my colleagues.
Oh, I see. So, Maizuru-kun, are you an employee at one of their companies? Nice to meet you. I'm Ari Takurami, the president of Ikasame Cosmetics, a cosmetics company. Ikasama Cosmetics? I've heard of it.
It's been all over social media recently, hasn't it? Ikasama Cosmetics succeeded with its social media video strategy aimed at younger audiences, and now it seems like their sales are steadily increasing.
I'm so glad you know about it. By the way, has he caused you any trouble? Actually, he was suspected of stealing at his previous job.
Ari speaks with a tone that makes it seem like she's genuinely concerned. The thickness of her skin sends shivers down my arm at that moment.
Huh? What's going on?
Suddenly, the lights in the venue go out, and a large monitor on stage starts playing a video. The location appears to be some kind of bar. Ari Takurami and Katsugi Katabo are drunkenly causing a ruckus.
Ugh, that old man is so persistent. He thinks he can pressure me just because he's a single rich guy who invested in my company.
Should we teach him a lesson? Let's drug him with strong alcohol, take a picture of him and me in bed together, and then blackmail him for money. It'll be a 2-in-1 deal, right? By the way, is the FXC thing still fine?
It's fine. As long as we say there's individual variation in results, it's okay. Honestly, it's the fools who get fooled by social media. The stupid customers who take information at face value will never sue us.
That's perfect. Selling cosmetics is so easy and profitable.
What is this?
The lights in the venue come back on, and Ari Takurami stands there dumbfounded. Then, if what was shown in the video is true, it could lead to charges like extortion, violation of the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law, and the Act Against Deceptive Advertising. Kojiro's cold voice echoes through the room, and Ari shrinks back.
What's this?
Oh, my apologies. I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Maizuru Kojiro, an attorney at Lovekoi Law Office, and the younger brother of Maizuru Eiichiro. Today, we held this imaginary year-end party for you, Ari Takurami. Yes, this year-end party was set up specifically to expose Ari, and it seems Kojiro and Yosano-san had been working tirelessly to gather evidence. I only found out about it a few weeks ago. The guests here were all invited by us, but I think you might recognize some of them. For example, this man here.
This is the man who invested a large sum into Ikasama Cosmetics. He plans to sue you for marriage fraud, claiming you tricked him into giving you money by making marriage proposals.
Also, there are many customers of Ikasama Cosmetics here. All of them have come to consult with Lovekoi Law Office and plan to file lawsuits against you.
This is the end for your company. But this isn't over yet. You mean there's still more?
Of course. There is no way I would forgive someone who tried to frame my brother.
I didn't do anything. Your brother stole the store's money.
Are you still saying that? Let's watch the rest of the video then. Yosano-san, please. When Yosano-san operates her phone, the venue goes dark again, and the video starts playing once more. It wasn't me. Ari planned everything. Oh? What kind of plan was that? We knew when the owner would put the cash for the payroll into the store's safe for one day. We studied the timing and the envelope he used, so then... According to him, after learning when the owner withdrew the money from the bank, they attacked with their friends. While the owner was distracted, they swapped the cash-filled envelopes with ones full of paper. In other words, they never even needed to break into the safe or enter the store in the first place. The owner thought we attacked him for a robbery, and we deliberately let him escape by making him think he got away. I see. The owner, thinking he had escaped danger, mistook the envelopes for real money, when in fact they were just paper. Then late at night, we made the staff with the key go get the forgotten item. Ari had someone she could easily blame for this, someone naive enough. I see. Well, I've told you everything. You'll let me go as promised, right? Yes, I'll let you go as promised. But how do you think the police, who have been listening in the hallway, will handle this? At the same time as Kojiro's words, several male detectives burst into the room and surround Katsuki. Hey, that's dirty! You're a lawyer, aren't you? Yes, and I know that letting you escape here would be a crime. Sorry, but I have no intention of becoming a criminal for your sake. The video suddenly cuts off.
If we get solid evidence from Katsuki's testimony, the police will turn their attention to you as well. I won't let anyone claim that Ichiro committed theft.
My brother worked so hard for our family. I'll never forgive you for using him as a pawn in your trap. My brother's defense will be handled by our office's director. By the way, I'll never defend you, no matter what happens. Indeed, I was too naive. But no matter how gentle a person is, there are things they can't just let slide. I've been desperate to help my brother, and I put everything else aside. But now, I'll file a lawsuit for wrongful termination. This so-called imaginary year-end party closes with my declaration to Ari, who looks like the world has ended. Afterward, Ari Takurami, Katsugi Katabo, and their accomplices were arrested for various crimes. The bad reputation for violating the pharmaceutical affairs law and the act against deceptive advertising spread quickly, and Ikasama Cosmetics went bankrupt shortly after. Also, I filed a lawsuit for wrongful termination against my former cabaret job. Though there have been improvements, the sex industry still has too many wrongful terminations. I hope that soon, everyone working in the nightlife industry will receive fair treatment as a matter of course. Kojiro, Yosano-san, I want to thank you again for everything the other day. A few days after that imaginary year-end party, the three of us held another year-end gathering at my parents' house with my mother. I only did what was right for my benefactor.
Well, if we're talking about giving back, there's still so much I haven't repaid to you, Ichiro.
It's fine, Mom. I don't want you overdoing it and making your illness come back.
What a wonderful family you have. I feel bad intruding, even though I'm just a colleague.
Then, shall we become a real family?
Huh?
I heard from my brother. He said you did a lot for me the other day. I had been slowly becoming more aware of you, Yosano-san. But your actions for my sake made me so happy, and I ended up falling for you. Karin Yosano, would you go out with me? Our actions, driven by our concern for the family, have strengthened our bonds through many twists and turns. That's something you can't gain if you're always scheming for your own advantage at the expense of others.
Yes, of course, I'd be happy to.
I'll pray for us to have someone to love and cherish, now and in the years to come, at the first shrine visit of the new year.